Hey everybody, Max coming here. It's Little Cutie Podcast. It's not too long. Well, if you've been watching the news yesterday, you saw that gold and silver took a giant diarrhea dump. Just a bunch of, you know what? Like when you feel really sick and you're like, oh my god. You're like, oh my god, I got that diarrhea dump. I gotta go to the bathroom. You go to the bathroom, and you're just like, oh god, I shouldn't have eaten those 7 kielbasa's. Oh god, oh. And then you wipe, you think it's over, and then like round 2 comes, it's like, oh god, there's more. Oh. So that's a metaphor for what happened there with the gold and silver. I woke up, silver was down 8%. I was like, holy shit, dude. Holy shit, everybody got scared. All the little kids got scared. I'm like, oh my god, silver can't go up. Why silver doesn't make any sense? Better sell it. And it's down 8%. I'm like, holy moly, They ended up the day like down 15%, and then after hours it was like down another 4%. So like over a 24-hour period, it was down 20%, which is the highest ever one day move down for silver. It was 18%. So basically, it was one of the biggest moves ever. One of the biggest moves down ever of all time for silver happened yesterday, which I guess was a little surprising to me. I mean, I figured there was a very fast run up on the week prior, and there tends to be a little bit of selling off here. But this was quite unexpected, and everyone just shows how scared everyone is. Like, they don't understand. They don't understand economics. I'm surprised how many people don't understand economics. Or anything really. I'm surprised how many dumb people there are in the world. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. And everyone who's sold they're fucking dumb. What are you doing? Don't you see what's going on right now? Don't you understand the whole world just printed a bunch of money and the whole world produced fucking nothing for 6 months? What do you think's going to happen? You think there's going to be no inflation? I mean, the Federal Reserve came out and said, they're like, we're trying to up our inflation targets because I guess, we're trying to go to 2.5% instead of 2%. And even though we cook the books and there's probably 4 or 5% inflation every year, and we just say there's only 1 or 2, we're trying a little high, They admitted, all right? They admitted there's going to be a lot of inflation. And for them, a lot is 0.5%. But I don't know. Maybe it's just market manipulation by the 1% banksters. By the big banksters. They're trying to scare everybody, trying to get everybody to get out of gold and silver so they can buy more. At the lower price there. Probably a lot of that's going on. But yeah, it was just surprising. It's just surprising how dumb everyone is. And, I was talking with a few of my friends too, and it's also surprising how little everyone knows about stocks, like how to buy stocks. And, I feel like it's like, why isn't finance like one of them general topics they teach us in school, Like they teach us about Christopher Columbus, chopping Indians' heads off so we could get his gold, all right? How is that useful for our lives? I don't give a shit about Christopher Columbus, all right? In 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue, but I don't give a fuck because I'm poor, all right? I need to pay my goddamn rent, all right? I don't care where Christopher Columbus went. I don't care how many indigenous people he raped and killed, all right? I need to learn how to buy some goddamn stocks. Now, why don't you teach me how to do that? Public school system? What do you think about that, Obama? Anyway, yeah, and so I think that's a lot of the reason why, like the prices of stuff is fluctuating so much is because people don't understand. It's all just hype. Like once people start hearing about it, they're like, oh, gold and silver's going up, and they start buying, and then it starts going down. They're like, oh my god, gold and silver's going down, better sell. They don't understand the fundamentals, of why it's going up and why it should not be going down. And And it shows. It shows when you look at the stock market and companies like Tesla, who have price to earning ratios of like 900, which is god awful. Anything more than 100 is like don't invest in this company. They don't make any money. And meanwhile, like mining companies, like not just gold and silver, but like iron and copper and all these companies, they have PE ratios of like 20, 30, right? And they're making huge profits, and their stock prices aren't moving, and no one's investing in them, because the news isn't talking about them, They're just talking about like, oh, Tesla, or look at this new solar company. Look, they're making solar panels. We like that, don't we? We like green energy, don't we? Look at this. Even though this company doesn't make a profit, we like green energy, right? Everyone buy their stock, Yeah, and just no one. Oh man, and that's the problem. That's the problem with the stock market is that half the people are dumb. Half the money in the stock market is people who have no idea what they're doing. And so because of this, because everyone's dumb, you can't predict what's going to happen. Basically, it should be that companies that make a lot of profit and have a very low price compared to that profit, they should be the ones people are buying, and not the ones that have no profit. But everyone buys those just because the hype, they're called meme stocks, right? I was like, oh my god, what is this? What is this one? I'm gonna buy this one, right? Just like Kodak, right? Went to $50 because it had some news, Anyway, it's just frustrating for me, because I understand what's gonna happen. I know what's gonna happen, and it's like, come on, people, why don't you know what I know? I'm dumb, all right? Why are you dumber? Why is everyone dumber than me? I don't understand. I'm pretty dumb, and everyone's dumber than me. Oh man, oh boy. I mean, and we can extrapolate this. Extrapolate, is that the word? We can extrapolate this to politics too. Like the only reason why people vote for Democrats and Republicans is because they think everyone else is going to, and because everyone's dumb. All you got to do. The only reason people vote for those two mafia parties is because they think everyone else is going to. But all you got to do is just say no, we're not going to. Okay, just vote third party. And if you vote third party and you tell everyone you're voting third party, and they tell everyone they're voting third party, then everyone's going to think that everyone's voting third party, and everyone will vote third party because everyone's fucking dumb and they just do what they're told. So anyway, enough politics for today. It's just frustrating, Life's just frustrating sometimes. You know what I mean? Yeah. So anyway, the other day I saved a topic that I wanted to talk about. Basically, that topic was, I kind of feel like becoming like a nomad, a man with no country, a wandering traveler, the wandering samurai that just goes from town to town and starts fights in bars, and just and solves crime, and then hooks up with the girl. And at the end of the episode, he's like, "Sorry, babe, you can't tie me down. I gotta go to the next town and beat up the drunk people there, and fuck the chicks at the bars that used to be the boyfriends were the guys at the bar that tried to start a fight with me, but then I beat them up, and their girlfriend's like, oh my god, you beat up my boyfriend, let's make out." And it doesn't really make any sense, but it's okay because this is a 1970s TV show and nothing really makes sense back then. Roll the credits, That's kind of I'm thinking about living that life, because there's no comedy right now. Everything's gone to shit. And everyone's being fucking dumb. And it doesn't, Joe Rogan's moving. Joey Diaz is moving. Everyone's leaving LA, Who else? Theo Vaughn. He's thinking about leaving. So it's like LA is not even going to be a hub of comedy anymore, And, I don't know when is comedy kind of going to come back, Or when one of the goddamn overlords that run our government, when are they going to let us have shows again, I mean, maybe in November, once Biden wins, no one will give a fuck anymore, but I don't know, man. It might take time, so I got like a year, and my job is basically non-existent now, so I got no job. I got no reason to be in America to do comedy. It's just like, why not just take a year, just travel the world, man? I'm making royalties, and it can be expensive. You go to hotels and shit, but like I just go to these poor countries, like Vietnam. I was looking at Vietnam. You can stay in like this 4-star hotel for a month for like $800. It's like less than my rent. It's like a 4-star hotel. You get free breakfast and views of the ocean. Sounds pretty nice, huh? I could do that. Go to Vietnam, Cambodia. All those. Basically, wherever they made Rambo movies, you just go to those countries where they made Rambo movies. It's real cheap. You can live real cheap. So I'm thinking about doing that, And I remember when I was living in Japan, I met these 2 people, real cool people. They were married, and they were kind of doing that because they had like this website was basically the source of income. So they were making enough money to live, and they just kind of wandered the world together, And that sounded like a nice life, man. You get to travel around, and they ended up getting divorced. Actually, I think, but the girl, I guess she wanted to settle down, so she moved back to America. But the dude's still wandering around, But anyway, that sounds like maybe not a nice life, but I could do that for a year. I could travel the world for a year. Why not? Sounds like fun, right? Maybe there's some comedy clubs in other countries I could go to, I could do my world tour. The Max Kevin Comedy World Tour, You could do that. You could make friends, with the comedians in the other countries, Add them to your Facebook friends list, You could increase your influence, your circle, your connections, I know people, all right? Dude, I know all the top comedians in every country around the world. All right, dude? And then I was thinking, too, like, even when comedy does come back, is that I should do that around America, too, Just tour America. Maybe stay like a month in one city and go to another city in the next month, Become friends with all the comedians there. Build up your circle or whatever. And then by the time you finish, it's like all the other comedians in the whole, every working comedian in America might know your name, That could get you some gigs or whatever, But I don't know. I need to also be better at making friends and talking to people for that to work. But it's just something I've been thinking about. I don't want to be tied down, all right, with a mortgage and a dog, all right? I need to travel without my dog. So it's not a serviced animal, all right? And it poops everywhere. So anyway, I've just been thinking about that recently. Of course, I can't do any of this right now because the whole, you can't really travel anywhere. I'd have to wait for the travel restrictions to get more lax, but oh man, yeah. Anyway, just thinking about that. I think maybe there's nothing else I really want to talk about here. There's nothing else I really want to talk about here. I don't know. If I think of something, I'll just do it on tomorrow's podcast. Anyway, thanks for listening. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow.